Everybody smart, everyone out there. It's your brother said. I ain't got a lot of time, man. I'm always on the fly. I got like exactly 20 minutes, and that's how long this video is probably going to be about. So let me just get right into this. We are legion, for we are many. You guys have probably heard that a lot from, I think it's from Mark, one of these chapters in the Bible, right? Where Jesus was trying to heal somebody, and pretty much when he asked the person their name, they said, "We are legion, for we are many." There's many variations of that. I am legion, for we are many. I am legion, many types, but you can do your own research and find out. But what does that mean? What does that mean? I am legion, for we are many. Now, we have a lot of TV shows out right now. I talked about the TV show called Legion, and you can do your own research on that, but pretty much you have this person who is called an omega level mutant. Omega level meaning that they have this extreme power to pretty much, warp reality or cause destruction on a massive, reality scale. And he has all these other personalities within him, and he can, if he kills people, he can absorb their personality, their soul, also consciousness. He can absorb their consciousness and take on their abilities. And he also has other personalities within himself, that each individual personality has its own consciousness, it's self-aware, and has its own abilities. Now that is a story in the comics, right? Don't know the TV show's gonna follow that. But how does that apply to us, individuals in this reality? Now I'm going to tie this into a few things, right? I had a lot of questions on this. I don't want anyone to think I'm avoiding you guys' questions. One was from, I believe, Ampur Ra. Ampur Ra's question was about people with disabilities, and how does it all fit in with them? If we choose our own reality, do they make those choices? And another question was from, I believe, Brother Nathan Phillips. Yeah, Brother Ampur Ra with that one. Then we have Brother Nathan Phillips. I believe his question was on, which many have asked already in the past. It's pretty much, I don't have a word for word detail because it was pretty long, but it's pretty much around the idea of what is it like to be a soul, or when you leave this reality and you no longer have a body, what is it like? What are you going to experience? Now I'm going to try to tie all this together, right? As best I could right now in the time span I have. Real quick, people who have disabilities, whether it be autism, Down syndrome, things like that, everyone chooses their situation, right? And I know a lot of people are going to say, well, why would anybody choose that? Why would they choose to be limited? Why would they choose to limit themselves? But you have to understand, I've talked about this in the past, on the grand scale of, the multiverse and all probable realities, there are going to be individuals who choose things that you won't be able to understand if you're coming at it from a, from one perspective of this is physical reality, and the apex of that is, having, all your abilities working, and you could think, positive, straight, and cognitively, and all these things. But pretty much it's like, there's always going to be decisions that we can't understand. It's just like, if we say we also choose our time of death, why would a person choose to go out in a very horrifying way? Well, I don't want to oversimplify, but it's pretty much, well, why anything? It's like, why do anything? If you're going to question it on that level, it's like, you have to be open to the possibilities of, just like people would like to die in a very nice setting in the hospital, some people would rather go out in a blaze of bullets, or die an honorable death, or maybe for them it just doesn't even matter. They just, when they're ready to go, they're ready to go. They don't care how it happens, just as long as it happens. So people who have disabilities, they seem like disabilities to us. Other individuals looking at them through what is supposed to be the standard of physical living and physical reality, we're quick to say that they have disabilities that are limited. We all know by now that people with autism, autistic children, autistic people, Down syndrome, children with Down syndrome, all these are individuals, not just children, but all these individuals have special abilities that are unique within their genetic makeup. And this comes from, I can't remember his name right now, but it's a guy in the UK where he's autistic, and they'll fly him in a helicopter over the city one time, and he'll paint he'll hand draw the whole city and all the details in one go, in a giant like panorama type photo. So, and there's many other stories, you know, of people who we would claim to have mental disabilities, but they excel in other areas. And, you know, for that personality to come into physical reality, they've decided that this is what I'm going to focus on. You know, I don't need to worry about, you know, what Donald Trump is doing. I don't need to worry about trying to get that house in the Hamptons or trying to get that paper, or, you know, this girl said this or these guys said that. They don't need to worry about all that. Their focus is on something else. And from the surface view, you might look at them and say, well, they're not doing anything. You know, just sitting there in a chair and spacing out. But no, they have their own goals and tasks that they're focused on. And the most we could do on this end is, you know, just assist them in that. You know, if, like, I think Brother Ampura, I believe it was Ampura, said that he works with autistic children and stuff. And it's like, you know, you're in the right area. You know, there's no coincidences. It's not, you're not working with autistic children just because, oh, it was just a job and I had to get it. Even if it seemed that way, but, you know, you move towards areas to help those, and areas that connect to you in ways that maybe you don't even understand. So is that, keeping it simple. Next step, Brother Nathan Phillips about, and many others, what is it like when you're out of body? Well, connecting back to we are legion, we are one. You know, you have these other realities, right? And you have, you know, it's like, it goes back to, like, you know, you say, what is it like to be the soul? Well, what is the soul? And that's why I brought up this legion idea, because it's like the soul, a lot of us have very limited ideas of what the soul is. You know, we believe the soul is just this thing. It's like you hear everyone talk about the soul, you know, what is the soul? Oh, I lost my soul, or I sold my soul to the devil and all this stuff. But nobody really knows what it is. Even in the church, they never go into details of what is this soul thing that everyone's talking about. You know, it's just like, yeah, you have a soul, and, you know, if you do bad things, you go to hell and you lose your soul and all that. But there's no real details. So you have what you feel is your main personality right now, right? Whatever you are, you know, Joe Blow on the block, whoever, and you feel that's you. But many times during the day, your thoughts are all around the place. You know, you have thoughts thinking of this, thoughts thinking of that. One minute you're happy, one minute you're sad, one minute you want to be creative, the next minute you want to have sex, the next minute you want to do drugs, the next minute you want to help an old lady. And it's like all these random things happening. What are all these personalities, though? And it can't be if you think, well, this is just me, because you're jumping around too much. You're going from one random thing to the next, seemingly. You know, one minute you're this, the next minute you're that, the next minute you're happy, next minute you're not. But when you see people who just seem to say, oh, I'm so off balance, I don't know what I'm doing, my mind is all over the place, they're right. Literally, their mind is all over the place because they don't have control of these other personalities within them. We all have multiple, there's an infinite number, there are an infinite number of other individual personalities within us. All those personalities make up what we call the soul. And, you know, see, this is a big subject because it connects also to what is God and all that is. You know, you have this force, this being of power, this entity that is so powerful, it can never appear in just one reality by itself. It must, you know, break itself down into an infinite number of other consciousness in order to experience everything at one time, because it's so powerful. It would not fit into just one reality. And that is basically us at the same time. Now, you know, when you hear people say, I'm God or we are God, that is true also. Now, I know a lot of people start going, oh, well, if I'm God, why can't I do this? Why can't I do that? That's limited thinking, you know. On one level, it seems like you're limited, right? Because you're in this body, you have this physical vessel, and you can't just manifest things by snapping your fingers or thinking them into reality. Not on the level that you guys want to do this stuff at. You could, but just not instantly, boom, I got a house right now. You know, it doesn't work that way in this reality. But that doesn't mean you don't have the power. We talked about having that ability in non-physical states and other realities. And I know that doesn't sound as, promising if I say, well, I know a lot of people get upset and say, well, you have all these talents and abilities, but, you know, you don't have them here. You gotta wait till you get to the other side, or go into your meditations, physical states, and you'll get them there. I know that doesn't sound as cool as just Hollywood makes it, where you just boom, you get it right now. And most people don't want to wait. But you have all these other characters within you that make up your main character. So it's like you have this focus, right, of this is what I am for some people. My name is Tom, my name is Joe, Nancy, Akiko, whatever, and you think that's it. So once you think that that's what I am, all your abilities stop right there. He's like, well, my name is this, and that's it. And there's nothing else. But within you, you have all these other personalities, and you have to learn to get control of what you are. Like, if you accept that I am a multi-dimensional being, like, I know a lot of people get scared, nervous and scared. Oh, well, if I have all these personalities, what's to stop one of them from taking over? What if they want to kill or rape somebody? What if they want to do something strange? And it's like, just because you have an infinite number of other personalities within you, that doesn't mean that, you're going to lose which one people are talking about and shit, man. It's time for us to take another walk. One of your brother Seth's famous walks. Let me get out of here. Hold on. Hi. Had to stop out. You guys know how that is. People start coming in. And, oh, fuck. I only got 10 minutes. Okay. Anyway. So, look. I'm in the hallway again. So, yeah. We are Legion, we are many. Where was I? So we have all these other personalities, right? And you have to get control of the main one, which is, there really is no main one. It's like, I'm multidimensional and that's it. So accepting that I'm a multidimensional being and that I have all these other personalities doesn't mean that something else could just come in and push you out and take control. It actually means the opposite. It means that when you accept that you're a multidimensional being and that you have this power, you have an infinite number of other personalities at your disposal. I'm not saying that you just use them and throw them away, but you can access these other talents. You can access them and use their abilities. Now, you take somebody like myself, for example, right? I'm aware that I have all these other characters. That doesn't scare me, though. It doesn't make me afraid. What it actually does is that I give them, not all of them, but I give them, I give them their time to shine, put it like that. They get each character that pops up gets their time to shine. And we all have this, this childish me. Let me sit down for a minute, man, right here. Sorry, guys, this childish me. And childish me, I like childish me because he likes to jump around the house. He dances naked, in his boxers. He spins around. He picks up the snake. He does all this stuff. Childish me is fun, and I like that me. Now, when I leave the house, childish me has to take a back seat and chill out. He could still be aware. He could still focus on what I'm doing, and he'll learn from my experiences. But I don't allow him to have that control at that time because I'm in public now. I gotta pay attention. I gotta focus. I gotta make sure nobody's trying to push up on me or trying to hurt me. I have to be aware of my surroundings, and focus, because I'm in public now. But childish me, I still recognize him or her or it, and I acknowledge its personality. Then there's serious me. The serious me comes out in other times when I need to be serious. Of course, some personalities, you don't let them take control. If you have rapist me will never come out. And that character has to stay locked away, Now, if you want to go into terms of, what does it mean when you say rapist me, of physically hurting someone and pushing myself on somebody, that character will never come out, ever, in this reality. But that doesn't mean you can't, soothe that part of you for some reason. You don't have to rape, but when you go into other realities, you manifest women that will be happy to serve you. And you don't have to even, I'm talking even thought forms that you create. You don't have to aggressively grab thought forms and force them to have sex with you. You make it a project. You say, okay, well, I'm gonna, in my meditations, I'm gonna make up some beautiful thought forms that would love to make love to me. You know, they just want me the moment I cross over. And that portion of yourself gets, you know, sedated and happy, pretty much, you know. Then there's violent you that wants to kill somebody. Now, we already know by now, you don't kill anything. You know, you try not to, especially human life or animal life if possible, but you know the deal. If you kill other people, individuals in this reality, you go to jail, you lose everything, you hurt families, destroy your family, their families, you create an endless cycle of hate. But if there's that portion of you that has to get that out, you know how many times I talk to you guys about my other states of reality, where I go into other states of reality and I'm destroying things, I'm, you know, ripping heads off and all this shit. But, you know, when I wake up in the morning, I feel refreshed. That sounds crazy, but I wake up feeling good, because it's like, you know, I love nightmares, you know. I love them, and I know that sounds crazy. Like, what? He loves nightmares. He's crazy. I love nightmares, because nightmares gives me a chance to release all that, like, you know, that kind of shit where you just want to, like, you really want to break somebody down. And I do it with style, you know, whether it be telekinesis or shapeshifting or whatever it is in these other states, you know. And it's like, I like the nightmares. It's like an outlet. When I have a nightmare, I never go like, oh my God, I'm scared, what am I gonna do? It's always like, oh, fuck yeah, man. Because now I could like open up, you know, and like really dig deep and use my powers and try out new abilities that I have, you know. And, you know, so I don't run from nightmares. I love nightmares, you know, because nightmares give you a chance to test your abilities, right? That's what a lot of people don't know. A lot of people say, I never want nightmares. I just want happy dreams about ice cream and puppies, you know. And it's like, you know, the dreams serve a purpose, the nightmares. The nightmares are testing you. Are you ready? Are you ready? Well, when you cross over, this is some of the shit you're going to be dealing with. Are you ready to face it? Or are you going to run like a coward, you know? And when you face things back in the physical world, in physical reality, are you gonna face those? Not in the same way necessarily. You're not gonna kill people and try to rip heads off, but are you gonna have that same level of focus and confidence that you dealt in the other realms back in the physical world? This is stuff you gotta think about, you know? So, yeah, man, you got all this power, you got all these other personalities. Each one is trying to fight for, you know, everyone wants to come out. You know, and don't fear about, oh, one character is going to take me over. And that happens sometimes, but it's not like how Hollywood makes it look, where a demon took control of you, possessed you, and now it completely, you know, pushed out your consciousness and took control of your body, you're possessed. No, people do things because they're weak, they're mentally weak, spiritually weak, and they give in to ideas. You know, everyone has the power and ability to repel negative thoughts, what you may call negative at any point. We all have that ability. You know, when somebody pisses me off, yeah, I could just kill them at that moment or try to, but I'm strong enough to know, nah, don't do that, because, you know, we already know the outcome of that, and it's not going to benefit anybody. And, you know, if you want to get super deep, technical, real knowledge, we already know by now, these people in my camp, that you're not really killing anything, you know. All you're doing is sending them back to the other realm, and, you know, you're just giving them full access now and infinity to, I don't want to get into that, but you're not killing anybody. If you try to kill people or individuals, you're not really killing shit. So, there's that. But, yeah, man, we are Legion, we are one, we are many. Well, yeah, we are Legion, we are many and one, you know, because we're made up of all these different things, but we're also all together. I might have to make a part 2 on that. Do I need to make a part 2? Maybe. I don't know. This seems too heavy just for a 20-minute video. But I think I gave you guys some stuff to think about and meditate on, you know, for get this weekend kicked off here. You are Legion, you are many. I am Legion, I am many. We are Legion, we are many. You have many personalities within you, and all those personalities make up what has been called the soul. There's stuff to think about. Because when you get to these other realms, you know, what is it like to be out of body? Just something to think about real quick. It'll be, if you don't have control, it'll seem like you're just jumping from one event to the next out of control. But when you do get control, you'll be able to manifest things and jump in and out of realities at will and manifest while still keeping a focus. But it'll be a multi-dimensional focus. And I gotta go. Talk to you guys later. Love y'all.